Hello everyone, my name is Jared and I'm here for Everyman's Empire, and today I'm going to show you how to get a 6-axis robot for less than $10,000. So please stick around and watch the whole video. So who needs a 6-axis robot? Well, let's just say you're an entrepreneur, own your own business, or you work for a company, and your idea is to eliminate labor or maximize profit, or even reduce the safety strain that's within the labor process. A 6-axis robot is perfect for that. You could also, there's a possibility to use a CNC machine, but the purpose of this video is to actually just focus more on the 6-axis robot. What's nice about the 6-axis robot is that they're very customizable. You can put different attachments on the end of their arm. You can allow it to grind, cut, weld, polish. You can also put a gripper on the end. They're able to. You can get them. You can program them to pick and place, to pick and pack. So you want to grab your product and you want to have it. At the end of the assembly process, you want it to pick up the item and then pack it. And then also from when you started the item or started the assembly process, you can have it pick up a product and then place it on a conveyor belt, whatever. That's definitely another thing you can do with that. Automobile manufacturers for years, Chevy, Ford, those companies, of course now Tesla, they all been, not Tesla so much, but all the rest of them been using these robots for decades and decades. Each of the companies make 10 million cars per year. Of course, Tesla's not there yet, but they're on the way. They'll probably make more eventually. And they've been taking advantage of these robots for this whole time, and that's it's been great for their company. Of course, they make billions of dollars. What's nice about these, I have to say there is a learning curve to the 6-axis robots. There's one thing: you got to keep it safe. Around the robot itself, you got to put a cage around it. You have to also, these robots, they have to be set on a base, not, you have to kind of calculate the base and then make sure, because they can't have too much of load or payload on the end of their arm and they could fall over. So they got to have a secure base that they mount to, and it could be fairly heavy, but made out of concrete, rebar, that sort of thing. But that's something you can just kind of, you can look into further. And then also, to program these robots, there's about 3 methods as far as I'm concerned. I understand. You can program through PLCs. You can also, I would advise, if you do get a 6-axis robot, get the Teach pendant. It's probably a lot easier. It's got a joystick on it. It's also got a screen, and then you can program it from that point. And then the new thing that they're doing, or a lot of the robots have, is you can actually manipulate the arm itself in XYZ, and the robot will actually record those movements, so you don't have to go through and then program it step by step. And so that makes it so much easier today. Oh, and then another thing too, what's nice is they also have like vision technology. You can get an attachment or something where it can actually, like, say you're trying to put a bolt through a hole or something like that. The robot can actually see where the hole is and then actually pick up the bolt or screw and then actually place it in the hole. That's what's so neat about that. On to the next phase. I'm going to show you how you can get your very own 6-axis robot. Okay, so everyone, so I'm here on eBay, and so I just went there to eBay itself, ebay.com. I signed in. You don't necessarily have to sign in. And then, so what I did is I went ahead and I entered 6-axis robot, and then here's what I came up with. And you can see here that there's, a lot of these robots are under $10,000. So this one's 8,175. There's another one that's 7,000. You can also notice if they have Teach pendants. This one actually says Flex pendant. And so you can look at it like here, this one actually says just industrial arm only, doesn't have a Teach pendant. It's nice to have the Teach pendant. You don't necessarily have to have it. It's definitely something I would advise having. So you can see that one, this one here, $4,000. So there's many manufacturers of these robots. There's KUKA, or at least that's how I pronounce it. There's ABB is another one. There's Moto Man. Let's see, this I haven't heard of this one. Oh, here's Moto Man. They want 2,000. And then also you notice the payload that they can carry. So they got 10 kilograms or payload. They also, a lot of times if you look through the information, they'll tell you the reach on them. You can see this one's $2,000. That's amazing. Here's under 8,000. There's a few of them. This one's a pretty large robot here, and they want 20,000. So if you look through here too, they actually show you, I'm just going to choose one. They actually, you can kind of calculate your shipping to take it to your place, or, you can actually go pick it up. Some of these companies, they offer you can buy it and then they'll actually train you on how to actually use the robot. So that's nice. I'm over on the West Coast or area, Northwest, and there's a company called House of Design, and House of Design, I believe it's houseofdesign.com, and they actually have a class that actually goes through and then teaches you how to use these robots. So that's an optional that you guys want to do that. So like I said, there's another idea. You don't necessarily, you can go through, you can say 6-axis robot up here. You can also put in ABB robot. You can do that. That'll come up with all the ABB. Here's a teach pendant. That's all ABB. Of course, you can do KUKA. I believe that's how you pronounce that. It could be incorrect. KUKA robot. K-U-K. Tesla used KUKA robots for quite a long time. So here's KUKA robot. You can get a lot of different numbers, but you can see these are all usable. So now the thing I got to mention is that these are all used. Most of these are used robots. They have thousands and thousands of hours put on them. They were in auto manufacturer centers, or welding robots, or pick and place, different, just all over, various places that they were used. So these are used. They're not brand new, but the idea of this whole video is that you can actually pick these up for fairly cheap. I mean, compared to, like, say, like if you were trying to start a restaurant, I mean, you have to pay 100 grand or more, for the location, for the food, for the employees, that type of thing. This idea is to get into, you can get manufacturing pretty easily, or at least inexpensively. I'm looking at. There's a lot of other things I'm not covering. There's also, you have to worry about a power source. You have to hire your local power source or power company to actually provide power to these robots. They do require a special adapter or outlet. There's various things. You got to, you probably have to have a place to put it. You can't necessarily put it outside. I mean, that's up to you. You could put it under a tent. I probably wouldn't advise that, but that's your call. There's just, and also I got to mention too on these. Okay, so the KUKA robots, they are the ones that are actually they're made out of aluminum, so they're actually lighter. They move a little faster because they're made out of aluminum. ABB, I believe, is all steel. So that's another thing that they're ABB. Funok, I'm not exactly sure what they're made out of, but different robots, they got different reaches. They can move so much, so far. They're so heavy. You have to do your own research and find out what best works for you. And again, these companies can help, provide you with shipping, provide you with training, that sort of thing. So you have to just do some research and then find out what you can buy. And then, of course, again, I haven't mentioned that, some of those places are located on the west side, some are located on the east coast. Of course, some are overseas. You got to be careful for that too. So there you go. So guys, I just want to tell you that the purpose of this video is just to show you that you can buy your own 6-axis robots. You don't need to be a multi-billion-dollar company to buy these. You can buy them inexpensively yourself. You can integrate them into your own company or your own business, where you can integrate them at work. You can help improve production. The ideas are endless. I mean, you can put different attachments on it. You can use them to cut wood, to grind metal, to, whatever. Create different products of your own. Create a mass production assembly line. Ideas are endless. You can add more robots. I know one company that actually, or maybe not a company, but somebody did, is they turned it into a carnival ride, put a seat on the end. I don't know the regulations, safety requirements for that. You can look into that. Also, I believe they can be used to hand out drinks, to hand out food. This to cater people. That's kind of, that'd be kind of a cool restaurant idea. Different things. And I just want to tell you, I'm not an expert in these robots. I know a little bit about them. I'm just sharing the information I know, but please don't hold me liable. I'm just giving you information. I'm not an expert, like I said. Um, and so I just want to tell you that if, give me a thumbs up if you actually like this video, and please subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you in the next one.